Hey, it's Lost Turtle here, and today we're heading out to the old Pauper's burial ground out on an island. I am with Chris. At that view. Let's jump in. That is so cool. I'm really digging this. Good day to be on the water. Look how smooth and beautiful, and the sun coming up. That is just so cool. So cool. Stick around, see what we find on the island. Oh, there's a foundation there. They did tear down, they were saying they were tearing down some of the buildings that were here. So that makes sense. There's like a dock and the church, but we did make landfall and we came to a private little wedding here. The geese. Let's see what we can find now. This is strange. There's just vehicles here, but I imagine they're just like staff. This is one of the reasons I came right here. That. That is beautiful. I'm hoping to find a way in. This church. That's amazing. These are all the markers too. These are the unknowns. Yeah, I know. These are all the unknowns. Sad. The unclaimed, the poor, the unknown, homeless. These are their markers. Plastic tubing, pretty much. These stones here are actually stone. Like the other ones were like plastic, like that right there, next to it. And here we go. They got numbers on the top, I believe. Oh, here's one that I'm not sure if it's 889. Oh, it's 288. Right, yeah, this is 288. There, a year? It's hard to tell. See if we can't find another one. Yeah, there's numbers here. I think it's a 2001. 287. This on here, this is stone 225. There's no real significance to it other than this was my company number in boot camp. So I just wanted to get a picture of that. Look, the moon is still out. And the sun. So we're heading toward the north part of the island. So that should be interesting. Yeah. And it's big. We're on the south point of the island, over where the numbers first start. We're gonna head to the north part of the island and look for the first AIDS baby, and there's supposed to be a cross. All the buildings are gone. which sucks. But they can't have been, the buildings couldn't have been right here because this is where they buried people. So they have to be in like these empty areas, I imagine. Who knows where they are. Hopefully we'll find some stuff. Too bad we can't get into the church, which sucks. Yeah. Yeah. Well, there used to be buildings here where you can't see the things that stick up as grave markers, but they're gone now. And this place was like a prison, an orphanage, a hospital. Might have been even a quarantine island at one point. And now it's just a potter's field. But even back in like the 1800s, they were burying people out here. Well, we'll see what we can find anyway. I mean, it's cool that we're here. I mean, no one comes here. Pay our respects to the lost and forgotten. This was something. The remains of one of the buildings. And you got these little, I don't know what they are, poles. Oh wow, neat. Like there were lights up there. Yeah, rock. That was like a window or a door or something. I wonder if it's the remains of one of these buildings. Someone even carved their name or something in there. Look at that. Prison keepers? What? Prison something.
Jimmy Buffett died?
Really? I'm thinking prison keep. And I don't know what that is. Maybe a number? Like a 0 something?
0283?
I don't mean the spray paint. I mean like this after the P. There's something here. May have been like a, and there was something here, but I can't make them out because of the graffiti. Look, on the other side of that. So right now, I'm in prison. This is like the 4th prison I've explored. Look at, those are the shells of horseshoe crabs. They're huge. There's one right there. Let's see, there it is. That one's right side up. This is the, so I found here on Hart Island, the Pauper Cemetery is also the horseshoe crab graveyard. Look at them all. They're all over the place. There's some more. They're like prehistoric beasts. So this is one of the trenches that they dug. They preemptively dug a bunch of these during COVID at a bunch of Rikers Island inmates. And I am not opening that box.
Oh, come on.
I do not want to see what's
Come
inside. I'll get haunted or something.
Do a thing down there.
There's flowers on this thing. This is definitely a grave.
Definitely bodies in there.
Yeah.
Here, hold on. I'm running. I don't want to fall down. You got it?
Let me just.
The bottom.
Yeah. Whew. All right. You could actually smell the sticky, sweet smell of decay right here. So yeah. Whew. I moved. I got near where that crack is. There's a seam right underneath this board. And, oh man, you can smell if you get close enough. Well, that's where they bury people. These are what they bury them in. Not very ceremonious, but it is what they do. It is what it is. Looking at a mountain. So I just left some turtles here to honor the poor deceased. And this is definitely pretty recent. I mean, if it was too old, it would be. And Chris is going to leave some flowers for him. You know, you got to pay respects. I left them 3 turtles. I'm sure there's more than 3.
Those are recent too.
Yeah. Found this little thing. I'm actually going to go on the other side to take a picture because it's backlit. This is kind of nice. I mean, somebody built it. There's all kinds of interesting stuff out here. Yeah. Yeah. Look at that. These little pits here, I'm thinking, are the trenches they dug for COVID. I'm thinking there may have been a building here once upon a time. And there's Manhattan. I'll zoom in on Manhattan. There you go. Zoom back out. There you go. This monument, remains of these veteran Union soldiers and sailors were disinterred on June 9th, 1941 and reinterred in the Cypress Hills National Cemetery. Oh, okay. So I guess there were veterans buried here from the Civil War. No wonder they made such a nice little area for them. And then they were moved during World War I or II. I'll just come over here, turn it this way, take the picture, turn it back. Oh, at least this one has a name. Anthony Murray. 1950, April. Son, brother, uncle, loved. 1989. So what, he was 49 years old. Oh, that's unfortunate. This guy was younger than I am now. Well, there's Mother Mary. For those who are religious. He calleth his own name. I bet you this is where they housed the Riker Island inmates when they were digging the trenches. That's why they got them on a fence. And obviously, there were buildings here. Look at all the old piping. Look at this. DOC, Department of Correction. Whatever that thing was, boat or car or whatever, was Department of Corrections. There's the battery right there. And there's an engine over there. Look at all the bars too. Look at like barred windows and doors and gates. Is that a chair? Oh, that's a drum. Oh yeah. Something cloth over there.
Don't fall.
Look, barbed wire. Look at all the electrical wire. Scrapper's dream. Holy shit, I found a bone. A bone. Yeah. Well, I don't know. It looks like it could be like a femur. Or not a femur, but like a tibula or fibia. Look, fire hose. They used to have a Nike site here. The Nike were missiles that were designed to take down incoming nukes. If we ever back in the Cold War, the old Ronald Reagan years, his Star Wars program, having nothing to do with Darth Vader. And so I think we could be sort of in the area where the Nike site was. That cross is right over there. Well, definitely on some kind of pathway, anyways. So yeah, Nikes were intercepting missiles, and then we had Hercules missiles, which are actually nukes. Check this out, a rock and driftwood cross. It's huge. Those right there, you can see, if you look, you can kind of see the crosses. Those were the Nike missile defense sites. And this, it says something there too. Like you can't go in there, but you can see the cross, and it obviously it went higher. What's this sign say? Let's see.
1948.
Mayor William Diner? Oh.
Commander, maybe? No.
Albert Williams.
COMM, whatever.
Yeah.
So this probably
Commissioner. Right.
Because it's got a cross on it.
And it's got a cross, and it's got them things around it, like the planters.
here.
And there's something down here too. Look at this. Rib bones, and leg bones, and pelvic bones, and hip bones. There's a jawbone of some kind of animal. I think that's kind of like a hip bone. See, this is the rotary, where the rotary joint went in. Holy crap.
I like that.
Yeah,
That's cool. Should I be touching this?
I don't know. Too late now.
Here's the backbone.
Yeah, right here is the backbone.
That's cool. Here's an old bottle.
Oh, it's a Snapple bottle. I don't know how old it is.
I got a jawbone,
Jawbone.
ham bone.
So this grave, we're in a pauper's cemetery. So finding graves of significance is very difficult because nobody really knows the people, and paupers usually, and the unclaimed, usually aren't people of significance. But this, SC, it stands for Special Child. B1 stands for baby, first baby. 1985 is the year. And this is the first infant to die of AIDS in the city of New York. It's one of 17 people buried here who died of AIDS because at the time morticians were afraid to handle the bodies. So they ended up coming out here where they would make the inmates from Rikers Island bury them. I also found out in my research looking for this grave that once upon a time they would have dance parties out here. People would be coming out here and dancing on the graves of the homeless and poverty, and inmates were buried out here at one point, and all kinds of people, because they've been burying people here since the 1800s. And by the way, this is Chris's birthday explorer. Happy birthday.
Thanks.
And we'll put some flowers on the grave of the poor unfortunate child, because I feel bad for this child. You know, an infant that died and wasn't, they don't even know whether it was besides not knowing the name of the child, they don't even know what the gender of the child. Which is kind of crazy, if you ask me. So, you put a,
Yeah.
the funny thing is, when I was looking this up, someone left a rock, a heart-shaped rock somewhere on the island too. Yeah, and you put one there. Now since I'm the lost turtle, I'm gonna give them some turtles. Well, this is burial spot 420. Probably like 6 people or so at least down underneath it. But it looks like whoever put these stickers here was high when they did it. Look at this little area. These crazy little rock walls. They're really cool. These must have been built at a time when they actually gave a shit about the island. Maybe when they had the dance parties. This is kind of crazy. This little cart. Global Pandemics. touchstone for humanity. Stone walk victims of pandemics worldwide. You will be whole again. The reality is that you will grieve forever. You will not get over the loss of a loved one. You will learn to live with it. You will heal, and you will rebuild yourself around the loss. You will have suffered. You will be in the whole again, but you will never be the same, nor should you be the same, nor would you want to. Elizabeth Kubler-Ross and David Kessler. Earth will keep you tight within her arms, dear one, so that tomorrow you will be transformed into flowers. This moment you will weep no more, dear one. We have gone through the deep night. This morning, yes, this morning, I kneel down on the green grass and notice your presence. O flowers that speak to me in silence, the message of love and understanding has indeed come. And it says, Thich Nhat Hanh. That must be Asian. Take the stone here. Supreme Patriarch of Cambodian Buddhism. Walk. Now, for a place that don't want to set up a memorial to the AIDS victims because of the International Stone Walk, U.S., Ireland, England, Japan, and Korea. This is a strange thing to have posted up on the island, you know, since they don't want to memorialize anything here. And look at this. Potter's Field. Holy cow. Alpha, Omega, the beginning and end. Blessed are the poor in spirit, for there is the kingdom of heaven. My child, peace I leave to you. My peace I give to you. The Almighty has his own purpose. You must have loved them. He made so many of them. Cry not for us, for we are with the Father. No longer do we cast shadows on the ground as you do. We are at peace. What? Well, looks like the mighty Colossus has fallen. Well, here's the final resting place of Typhoid Mary Malone. Hey, it's Lost Turtle. I'm the Lost Turtle. No. Well, whatever. I'll just edit. I'm the Lost Turtle, and this is Hart Island, the Potter's Cemetery, where New York's unclaimed, homeless, diseased, uncared about are buried. It was also used as a prison, a homeless or a orphanage, possibly a hospital, possibly a quarantine. It used to be used as a dance hall. And since they've been burying people since the 1800s, they were dancing on the graves of New York's unwanted. And this, Chris, so you know the routine. There's all kinds of abandoned cemeteries out there, so get out there and explore everything. See you next time. Hope you enjoyed.